The good news is I'm the best aluminum welder on the planet, and this is going to be super easy, and it's not going to take way too long and look like shit.
You serious?
All right, let's weld some shit. Here's what's really exciting. The Widebody kit has showed up for the CRX. I think we gotta break it open real fast. Let's do it. What's up? We are back on the beautiful C2 Corvette, bagged, laying on the ground, custom frame, and naturally, we are putting twin turbos on it because I'm an idiot, glutton for punishment, whatever you want to say it. We had to stop in the last video because I didn't have certain parts that I needed. I had no 4-inch turbo piping, and that is what my intake takes. So I got that ordered, and we're going to jump right back into making the intake work. I need to have, obviously, 2 turbos feed into the intake, maybe an intercooler, maybe not, haven't figured that out yet. But I was watching the last video, and there was a lot of comments that was talking about how the body is flexing. This is a full fiberglass body, and it had some flex in it whenever I was working on it. I was leaning over the side, you know, doing stuff. I'll be honest with you, I get to filming so much, I don't watch a lot of the videos. I send them to Richard, the cop. He gets them all edited. They come back to me, and I saw a couple of those comments. I was like, these guys are crazy. I mean, you guys comment just mean stuff for no reason. And then I got to watching the video. Sure enough, that cowl was sagging like 6 inches whenever I was working on it. I was putting tools up there and shit. That's not good. We do not want to break this body. It is super thick fiberglass. That's the only reason it hasn't broke yet. But it is still fiberglass. It needs reinforcement. So before we dig right into the intake, we are going to start bracing this body up a little bit better. I have a bunch of square tubing. There's a lot over there too. So we're going to get bracing it up. I have a couple little ones put in the front and one in the back, barely holding it. It's not really structurally sound. And on a fiberglass body, you really almost want like a full cage, not necessarily a roll cage, but like a cage frame to hold everything. So we are going to get started on that right now. So usually the mean comments I don't listen to, or the trolley comments, or I just laugh at them. But I will say you guys are right, and that needs to be done before we break this very, very nice body that we got from US Body Star Creations. So yeah, let's start cutting some shit. Here is the bracing that we already got done, and as you can see, it's very simple, nothing crazy. We haven't got a floor in this yet. We haven't really done anything. Hell, we still got some stuff we're going to do to the frame, so we don't need to get crazy with this, but I do want it to have some sort of frame that the body itself can sit on, because right now it's just sitting on a little piece there and a little piece back there, and that's not great, to be honest with you. The stress of just those two is not good. So I think I'm going to come in here, I'm going to put a piece right across that cowl, kind of just go from the sides all the way across and then tie it into the frame. We might start a transmission hump. I'm not sure if we're going to do that just yet. I could technically just go to the frame, but I would like it to go all the way across. And then back here in the back, even though I have a piece back there, I think I want one. I don't know if I want to go right across where this window is, or maybe a little bit in front of it. I don't want to mess with too much in here, because obviously we're going to have to do a floor and seats and all that fun stuff. So we might put it a little bit farther back, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to do the cowl piece first, and then we'll start working our way back. That's hot. There's the start of our transmission tunnel. Gotta grind it down. I can't weld it fully right now because I'm almost out of argon. I got my firewall brace done. Had to make a transmission hoop. This goes across, ties into the rockers, ties into the cowl. This is super strong now. I can basically sit on that, which is awesome because this part was given a lot. What I'm gonna do now is tie in I have some C channel. I'm gonna tie it in to that bar, to these bars here, which will run down the whole side of the car. And then, I might do this tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm also gonna run square tubing from this firewall section to the front. So it'll run, I'll just put a little gentle curve in it. It'll run down the fenders right inside here. So it'll brace all that up as well. But for now, damn near a full day in. This took way longer than it should have. Giant pain in the ass. Pain in the ass is basically something I say every video now. Shirts are going to be coming, don't worry. I've had people ask. For now, I want to get this side section all tied in and done. So, we got to cut some C channel. Let's go. Okay, I basically got all of the framework done from the back door up. Check it out. I got everything tied in here. This made this all very, very strong. That is also tied into the firewall brace I made, I guess. I'm calling it a firewall. It's not really a firewall yet. And then I also have C-channel running from the firewall back to these center mounts. So, front end is done. Everything is really solid. I was leaning on this earlier, didn't move an inch, which is nice. Tomorrow will come in. The rear is going to be tricky. I don't really have a great spot to put anything, so I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I assume I'll have a bar basically right across the rear tires, and then I can tie that bar into this center bar and kind of go from there, but I'm not sure yet. We're going to do some thinking while we are at home, which I do that a lot. I tend to fix problems when I'm not looking at them, if that makes any sense. Sweet, we'll be back. This was a good first day. Got a lot of shit done.
The next day.
All right, thought about this last night. Here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to take a bar from this center bar, go back a little bit before the rear wheels, and then I'm going to take another bar, go across the rear window, and then the bar to attach them, I'm going to try and curve it to match the frame, but obviously have it up higher so that it, you know, can hold the body up. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but it's doable. And then we will attach that bar that goes across there to the rear bar. Basically, I'm just pointing and saying we're going to do a bunch of cutting and welding. So let's go. We're going to do the Caseyscustoms patented method of getting just a slight curve in a piece of pipe. It is very high tech. Some of you might not even understand because there's so much mathematical genius happening right now. What you do is you put the straight pipe on something that'll hold it, kind of, maybe, or not, or a brick, and you whack it with a big hammer. Ooh, I caught that. Of a bitch. Well, framework is done. I would have liked to have this welded a little bit better. I cannot believe it. Damn it. I knew it was running low. Check it out. Started to do my last couple welds and ran out of argon. Couldn't have timed it any better. Well, I take that back. I could have timed it about 10 minutes from now, but she is completely empty. Son of a bitch. But no big deal. I still got the frame all made. I got everything tied in to my firewall. It runs under the rocker, and it's actually in here a ways, so it's sitting on it. Goes back to this rear mount, and then it's all tied into the back mount as well, and then I have the same thing up front, running down the inside of the fender, tied into the front. So she is definitely braced up pretty well. And what we'll do, that frame is welded to the chassis right now. I'll end up making that a mount. I obviously don't want it just welded where you can't take it off, but for now that's going to work out fine. But whenever we take the body off, I'll get this fully welded and we'll make some mounts. And then the way we're going to attach this is I got some 3/16" plate right back here. And then this plate will run down the side of the rocker panels and then probably up the quarter panel as well. And what we'll do is we'll tie all these mounts into those plates, and then what we can do is we can use 3M panel bond to bond those plates to the body. 3M panel bond is basically what they use now to put on quarter panels and stuff on new cars, because they rarely weld on cars these days, and it's really strong. But you have to make the frame first. You can't just glue those to the chassis or glue those to the body and then start welding, because you'll burn up the fiberglass. But for now, we are really good. This thing is super strong. I'm leaning on it. Nothing's giving. Good. The old man's going to come down and help me get this motor running. Got to make sure I got it timed and whatnot, but he's not coming down for a little bit. So I am going to start messing with my turbo intakes. We're going to go 2 into 1 straight into the intake. There's better ways to do it. They make a kit, or they make a little junction that is a 2 into 1 straight in there, and then you just have 2 pipes. I just don't like the way that looks. I'd rather have them connected down there and then just have one straight shot going in, but that's what we're going to try and do. I don't know. We'll see. Whenever you're saying try a lot, it's never great, but that's what we're going to try and make happen. I think it'll look good, and we'll take it over to the other shop and weld up the aluminum, and then hopefully the old man can come down and make it run. I'm going to try and make it run without the turbos first, because right now it's basically just a standard intake, EFI intake, and then we'll try and tie our turbos in and see what happens. But we still got so much work to do. Let's get making some turbo stuff. All right, check it out. I got the inlet all done. This needs cut down. It's too high right now. But that's how it's going to be. I got a 90 off the turbo and then a 90 into the 2 into 1. And then it's a straight shot. See if I can show you. But we got to weld this up. Those 2 to there, and then this will get cut down up here somewhere. But I'm not going to cut it yet until I get it welded. So we got to go to the other shop. This guy does not do aluminum, but my other welder does at the other shop. The good news is I'm the best aluminum welder on the planet, and this is going to be super easy, and it's not going to take way too long and look like shit. All right, let's weld some shit. Here's a better shot of it. Got to get it welded. Not too bad, really. But this stuff is super thin, and super thin is a lot trickier than thick. But we'll make it happen, hopefully. Let's go find out together. a good thing I'm the best aluminum welder in the world. But aluminum, it gets hot. This whole piece is just hot. Woo! Woo! That tape is burning. I don't even know if you can see it, but that tape is smoking. Holy shit. All right, I put extra material where I need to sand it down more, but we are good to go. This thing is so hot. Look at that. That's a foot from the weld. Holy crap, my tape burns off. Woo! Okay, got her all welded up and polished. Not perfect, but it's definitely gonna work. It's gonna hold. I got a couple little pinholes I'm gonna fix, but we're good for now. This will be okay. This is all gonna end up coming off at some point anyway. I need to take the bead roller back to the shop because we need to put a ribbed edge on wherever our silicone is gonna go because it'll just pop right off. Beautiful bead roller, beautiful welder. By the way, I've partnered with Eastwood Tools. Use KC10 at checkout. You get 10% off. But here's what's really exciting. The wide body kit has showed up for the CRX. That video is going to be out on Friday, but I might give you a little sneak peek because I'm too impatient. I'm the most impatient asshole you ever meet. I think we've got to break it open real fast. Let's do it. Holy crap, this thing is awesome. It's wider than I thought it was. Damn, we are definitely going to get new wheels. Holy shit. Cool. I'm hoping it's not too low. I think it's okay. That looks like it's right there, though. But we'll have to mess with that more on Tuesday. We got to go finish up, or Friday, sorry. This video is going up on Tuesday. We'll finish that on Friday. But holy shit, I'm excited. This thing showed up in under a week from Taiwan, which is crazy. But let's go play with the Corvette a little bit more. Calls the video. Oh my god, that looks awesome. Look at that beast. Oh, she looks healthy. Wow. Cool. Check it out. Oh, I love how that looks. 90 to a 90 to a 2-in-1 and then straight in. Oh. Now, we might end up doing an intercooler at some point, but for now, we're going to rock this. I love it. Ooh, I gotta move that over a little bit. There we go. Yeah. That looks badass. And what's cool, the way our hood is, we might still have to make a relief, but there is room right up here, as you can see in the middle. So, I don't know if it's going to clear. We might, like I said, we might have to make that scoop a little taller, but the shape is right, where you're not going to have like a giant scoop that has to start way up here. Damn. Holy shit, we got a lot done on this one. I actually have the body held up. Whenever I was leaning on it doing the intake, didn't hear any cracking, which is nice. I cannot say that about the other video I made the other day. But yeah. Dude, this car is so fucking cool, man. Whoo! Had people asking about the minivan. Can't get the damn thing running. Have had nothing but problems with this stupid fuel injection setup. It's an 86, so it's like the Spider fuel injection. I just can't get it right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a regular intake and a regular carb on it, make it work 10 times better. These things were bad to begin with, and then when you add 30 years to them, they just get worse. I've changed out every single piece on the fuel injection, parts, everything, and it's just not great. It'll kind of run, kind of won't run. They're just pieces of shit. So we're going to switch over to a carburetor on that. And then we basically got to build a floor real quick. She'll be ready to go. But we're going to put a pin in that for a couple weeks because we're going back to the CRX. But holy shit, I love that. The old man was going to come down and help me with this to get it running. And sure enough, he's already in bed. I called him at 8:30. He didn't answer. And then I got a text. This dude goes to bed at like 7:30. He is full-blown boomer mode. 7:30 p.m. is nighttime, which I'm jealous, to be honest with you. But we're going to have to put a pin in that. But that's okay. Got a bunch of shit done. Ended up getting the intake done, which I'm really happy with. I kind of would have rather him come down and we got it running, but that's okay. Still looks good. Whenever I get this thing running for the first time, I'm going to try and run it without the turbos just so that I know everything is working, and then we can add the turbos on and start tweaking it. The good thing with the EFI is it's really easy to tune with turbos. If it was just a carburetor, you know, you got to mess with timing and it's all tricky, but since we'll have the EFI set up, we'll be able to tweak it a little bit easier, so should be fun. I love this thing. I know the only videos that do good lately are the CRX, but dude, I mean, it don't get a whole lot cooler than that. I fucking love this thing so much. If you are not subscribed, hit that button now. Go to Caseyscustoms.com for the coolest merchandise on the planet. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they do at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace! I love you.